Having an internet connection that doesn't drop in 2024 is so important, and this device from TP-Link is going to stop that from happening. Hey everyone, my name is Monty and welcome to Inside Wire. This is the TP-Link Omada ER706W 4G, and the hint is in the name if you haven't guessed it already. It's a gigabit VPN router that has 4G capabilities built into it. So let's take a closer look. Inside we have what we'd expect. We have a power lead and we have the actual router itself. Along with these we have a bunch of antennas that we will connect to the device right here, and if we take a look a little bit closer, they are actually labeled Wi-Fi antenna and 4G antenna. So there are different ones separating your Wi-Fi connectivity and your internet capability. Taking a closer look at the router itself, we have some lights on the front which are using the system, the SFP port, the WLAN LTE, your LTE signal, so the nano SIM goes straight into here. We have the SFP WAN LAN just here, so if you want to connect it to your WAN you can do, and if you want to connect it to your LAN, well, the hint is in the title, you can do that as well. Here are the 6 gigabit ports that are built in on it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's a mixture whether you can use it for WAN or LAN, so you can definitely have multiple connections going into here. On the side it's clearly labelled which ones you plug in. The 4G antenna is just here, and we have the 3 Wi-Fi ones on the back, and we have another 4G one just here. So let's go ahead and pop these on. And through the magic of video editing, that is all connected and ready to go. So all we need to do now is pop the DC volt power in, and we're ready to go. We can see some lights that are popped up on here. Now for you tech spec lovers, it has, as I mentioned, 6 gigabit ports on the front. It has mesh support, so you can connect it to the EAP access points, centralized management with the Omada app, 3 Wi-Fi antennas at the back and 2 4G ones, depending on what you want to use. These are also dual band, I might add, so it does 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. It has advanced level features on here too, such as the advanced routing protocols, load balancing, and various VPN options. There is also web authentication on here as well. One thing to note that this is limited, the 4G connectivity is limited to 300 down and 50 up, but if you want to know more about the performance and throughput, there's much more information on the link on the TP-Link website, so I've popped that down in the description below. Now to get something like this managed, you have a few different options. You can use the Omada app, or there is also the Omada controllers as well, so you have a hardware and cloud-based version, but also there is a software-based controller as well that you can install. I don't have a physical one, so we're going to go ahead and use the software-based one. There's only one frustrating thing when it comes to these routers, and any manufacturer that does this, they set a static IP when you first initially configure it. So on this 192.168.0.1, for me, I don't use that on my home network, so I have to switch it around a bit. But we've got it all set up and running now, so I've changed the IP address to the network range that I'm on. Now, as I mentioned, there's 2 different ways to control this. There's a standalone mode and there's the Omada mode. So we have the standalone mode just here. This gives you all the settings on the left hand side. So your wireless configurations, your network. So this is where you can set up your LTE and your LAN. Any VLANs that you need configured is all along here. All your preferences, transmissions. Here's where you can set up your VPN. So we have OpenGuard, WireGuard, PPT, L2TP, and we have also the SSL VPN as well. All your authentication settings are all along here, so you can use LDAP, so you can link it to an Active Directory domain, for example, user management and authentication status. We have some services down here like Dynamic DNS, UPnP, DNS proxy, and then we have some system tools as well. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of advanced features on here that may not be used for a lot of people in their home, but some people do want to use this within their house and the small to medium businesses as well. The other side is the Omada controller. So I've gone ahead and installed it locally on this machine, and I'm now running this. So I have a local host up here, and this is the device within it. So if I go ahead now and click on it, I can actually adopt the device. While that's adopting in the background, I do have another video which I actually go over the Omada software within another video, so you can go ahead and check that out. Again, I'll link it down in the description below as well. If I show you just here, we can see this is all now set up and running. So we have a gateway. This is a centralized system for if you have multiple devices. If it is a single device, maybe you want to use the standalone mode as well. So we have the switches, APs, clients, and guests. So I don't have anything configured on here at the moment. We have everything down here. The main thing we want to look at is the devices on the left hand side. So we can go to here, and now we have all the configuration settings on here. So we can see the overview, the networks we want to set up with the different VLANs, the ports we have available, and the configuration, any clients that are connected within this, the mesh configuration, and any statistics that we can see on here as well. So everything is really centralized in terms of management and making it really easy and simple. Now, the main thing for this router for me is the 4G backup capability. So I want to see how quick this works in terms of the failover. So we plug in the SIM card, we run a ping, let's fail it over, let's see how many pings we lose, and we fail it back. So I've already gone ahead now and popped the nano SIM in, and let's take a quick look on here. So we have WAN 2, which is connected to my network at the moment. And then we have the LTE, which is now connected. So, and the signal strength is strong. So we have a fairly good signal strength in that sense. The most important part of this router for me at this moment in time testing it is the 4G failover. So we want to make sure we have a near perfect internet connection all the time. So I've popped in a SIM card, as I said earlier, and we can see that we have the strong LTE signal. So we have full bars on here. So I'm connected to the Wi-Fi on here. I currently have a ping running to Google, as you can see, and what I'm simply going to do is take out the WAN connection. So let's have a look at what happens. And you can see the ping is running, it's running, and we haven't dropped any pings just yet. So I've taken out the WAN connection, no pings dropped. And if I take ourselves over to the computer, so you can actually see just here we have a link down, so the WAN 2 just here, the link is down, and we are running straight off the LTE connections. We haven't dropped a single ping there. And if I go ahead now and plug this back in, so if your internet connection did go down, it would come back up at some point, and we give that another minute or two and we'll see that there's no pings that drop at all, which is really impressive. So with the LTE connectivity, you want to make sure that that is constantly going and you have no ping drops when there's a failover. Let me just take you back over to the computer, and you can see right there the WAN 2 is back up and we haven't dropped any pings at all. This 4G router with its advanced level features is designed for somewhere where you need that extra level of reliability and security, and it's a near perfect choice for any small to medium businesses. Even for those that like to dabble themselves at home, this is a really good setup router for your home network as well. In terms of the price point, where it may be slightly on the higher side to the standard home routers, but the significance it offers in terms of the security, the robustness, and the advanced features and the LTE backup makes it a really appealing investment. Now, of course, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below, so do let me know what you think. Are there any features on here that they've missed out that they could have added in? Or how would this work in your home setup? Do you feel it will work for you or not? Do you think it will work in a business or any other place that you may need it? I hope you found this video useful. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. For now, this is Inside Wire, and I'll see you in the next one.